Currency, football cards, we're here to light the fire. Spitting facts and stats, you know we never tire. Bringing the heat up, and action won't retire. Busting through the mic, our voices never expire. We ignite the spirit, never fading out. Light the torch, USC fans rise up high. On this podcast, we aim for the sky. Knowledge and entertainment never lie. Together we stand, let the truth amplify.
What's going on, Trojan family? How's it going here? Welcome back to another episode of the Light the Torch podcast. And today is National Signing Day, so we have a lot to talk. Well, not too much signing to talk about, but a lot of coaching talk to talk about today. So we're down one guy today. B. Jones is not feeling too hot right now, so wish he gets better soon. So send him some love. But yeah. We have a lot to talk about on the coaching side, and I'm not sure if everyone here really saw the press conference, but it was definitely one to remember. So, to my right, we got Mr. Gunnar Atterbury, Views from the Stands. Give a subscribe to his channel. He runs our Twitch channel. So, how's it going, Guns?
Doing good.
All right, and then we have Mr. Raul Flores underneath us. And how's it going, Raul?
Going good, feeling good. And Guns, what does that say? You want to repeat? You want to read what that says?
We are back. We are back, dude.
I mean, it's a good. I'm a shout out. Fight on Rusty. It's great to be a Trojan.
It is a great day to be a Trojan, and
Absolutely.
Definitely go ahead and go on YouTube and watch the press conference from the new coaches. It was definitely great to see, and it's a trip, especially with Rob Ryan. That dude is funny to listen to, and he has a lot of history that he can talk about, and a lot of things that I did not even know happened. So, but yeah. We'll go ahead and talk about the press conference, and then we'll also talk about some updates on National Signing Day, and then also we got some recruiting with guns segment going on. But we'll start with the National Signing Day. So we did have two signees today. We are within the last day or so. We had Jaden Ramos and then AJ Tuitele, who was an actual a Washington commit, and then he flipped over to us. So what are your
Washington
thoughts? Washington State.
No, you're good. You pretty much there.
Yeah, go ahead and give us your thoughts, Guns.
Yeah, I mean, first with Ramos, I mean, I don't think any of us was aware of this kid, and he was really, from what Henny said, he was like the best kept secret or whatnot. Kid has 18 sacks his senior year in a competitive division in the state of Texas. Is one of the best states for football. Like 36 and a half tackles for loss. I mean, he was 6'5", 240. This guy was probably 6'5", 260. I mean, he's probably a 5-star. Probably everyone's on him.
Yep.
So, I mean, I think this is a huge get. I'm excited to see what we can do with him. Probably build up that frame just a little bit and, let him go to work. With AJ Tuitele, linebacker, great to see kid from Nevada, especially Las Vegas. Just state champion, so he's a winner. Here he's great character kid, and just excited to see what he can do with us as well.
Yep, definitely excited for him. Raul, give your thoughts.
Yeah, excited about the kid as well. Kind of what Guns alluded to. Seems like a very underrated kid. Not heavily recruited by the looks of it. Makes no sense to me, being that he has the tangibles to be a great prospect. So with Coach Henny, and Coach Noah, I think we found ourselves potentially a diamond in the rough. So And those underrated kids are needed, right? Like those are the kids that are sometimes willing to wait 2 or 3 years to get developed, and then they just explode out of the scene. That year that they get to start. So I'm super hyped about the kid.
Yeah, well, Desmond Stevens was a 3-star, and look how he's doing. And but yeah, I'm excited for these guys. The dude, he's like the stereotype, like the prototypical. Talking about Jaden Ramos. He's like the prototypical guy. Like he looks like he's going to be a freakish athlete, and I definitely trust Sean Nua and Coach Henny in developing him. So if they wanted him, then I'm glad they got him. And AJ, I'm glad that we were able to flip him from Washington State. He's a composite 4-star. I know some people see that he's a 3-star for 247, but he's a composite 4-star all around, right?
Yeah. Shout out Ken.
I didn't want to name names, but
Ken.
we're always going to call him out.
3-star, 4-star, 5-star. I don't really care about those rankings. Like I said, if the coaching, if our coaches believe in them, more power to them, more power to the kid, and I think he's gonna be a great kid. I know Ken. I know you weren't talking crap about the kid. I'm just giving you a hard time.
JJ Wall was a 2-star or a 3-star or something like that coming out of high school, and now look at him, future first round pick.
Yeah, and like what I said earlier, like these are the kids that are willing to wait like a couple years before they hit that field. So, we need these underrated kids as well, because you could only start so many 5-stars in the season. So,
well, sometimes I feel like the underrated kids have more fight and more drive in them, so they put that much more effort, which shows on the field, it shows on practice, shows on the field. So I feel like when they are not consistently recruited like some of the higher guys, you never know. Sometimes they may think that they should have the position handed to them, but these guys work their ass off it. Like Gus, I have every feeling that he's going to come out firing when he gets onto that field. So I wouldn't be surprised if some of these lower end guys get on the field a little bit early, because they want it that much more just to prove the doubters wrong, that hey, you should have paid more attention to me. But yeah, other than that, like that is pretty much National Signing Day for us. There was no real like surprises. There was no major flips, and I think USC was pretty content with the signing class, and they didn't feel like they needed to do more. I feel like they're probably going to be looking more into the transfer portal a little bit more, especially at some of the more needed positions for at least 2020 for this year.
Yeah, and then one thing before we continue, like, can we just switch it to one signing day? Like, signing day used to be such like a holiday.
Yeah,
for us, right? Like,
I used to look forward to signing days.
Yeah, same here. Like, I remember watching the like live interviews.
Yeah,
when they're about to recruit, and or when they were about to commit. I mean, so it's like now it's like actually National Signing Day. It's not even fun anymore, really.
Yeah, and a majority of the further they set it back, these guys are like they're so focused on just trying to get it over with, and then if they're going to be early enrollees, they can get in early. So just make December National Signing Day. Just like, I'm tired of it. Like, oh, early signing period, but then pretty much everyone's gone by February. Like a majority of them are gone. Like, how many like top 5-star, 4-star recruits were really left? I know there was like an offensive lineman that committed to Michigan just recently or so, but it's just like they want to get it over with, and so we should just have it one day, because I remember when just signing days, like I would have it up on my phone, and just like the constant live feed of everything being updated and all that stuff. So it was definitely a fun time. I guess, I don't know if Urlacher was a 2-star, but if he was, see, it's all about development.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's all about development and then the mindset on the kid. Like you said, a lot of these under recruited kids, underrated kids, play with a chip on their shoulder and end up playing better than what their so-called ranking is. I think what's his name? JJ, the wide receiver. What's his name?
Oh, who?
Jettas, JJ Jettas or whatever his name is. Can't think of his actual name. The wide receiver from the Vikings. I think he was like,
Oh, Justin Jefferson.
yeah, there you go, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah.
Oh,
He was like,
Yeah, he was a very low star kid too.
all-star
Yeah, I think
kid,
he
right?
was like. Mm-hmm.
So, like for all those guys, like all the fans out there complaining about the 3 stars, I get it. You want to get like a 4 or 5 star, but don't underestimate these 3 star kids because they could pan out as well. It's all about that coaching and development.
yeah, he was a 3-star. He was the number 203rd wide receiver in the nation in his class. And what class was that? That was it was 2019 or no 2017 was his class. And then he was the Bolitnikoff Award winner. So it doesn't matter. It just all depends on your drive, your willingness to learn and put in the work.
Absolutely.
But yeah. Anything else you guys want to add on to this before we really kind of dive into the coaching staff? I'm not sure if I really want to bring up some quotes or not quotes, some videos of them. But if you watch, if you're not following Trojan Blade, definitely follow his Twitter. He posted of a 2-minute clip from Rob Ryan on there, so it's definitely a trip. But his 15 to 20-minute video. He walks off stage. He walks out of camera view and all that stuff. It was great. So, but yeah, do we want to jump into that real quick then?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
All right. So, Lincoln Riley starts off with about a 30-minute interview. It goes a little bit longer than it should have because I guess I don't know what happened. I think there was maybe some delay from the other from like Chad Bowden at the time, but yeah. Trojan Blady, and he has some weird name like Gabe or something like that.
Shout out to him. How's it going?
But yeah, like Lincoln Riley sounds really focused from what I gathered from this interview, or from this press conference. He definitely seemed really focused, and I liked how he was talking. What do you think, Guns?
Yeah, I mean, from Lincoln's perspective, I mean, I don't know if this sounds right, but it felt like it was like a lot of pressure was off his shoulders in a way. Like,
yeah,
he just kind of was the original Lincoln that we kind of got when he got hired. Talked about how supposedly we're still going to be getting a couple more front office additions. I'm not sure if maybe he meant the Wisconsin guy, which we'll talk about later, as one, since he's not official yet. Maybe, I'm not sure, but yeah, it's just that was a good little piece. I mean, that's really the main piece that I really want to talk about in terms of Lincoln. So
yeah, like he even mentioned that some of these recent hires pursued USC, which I'm wondering if that was maybe Chad Bowden, because the way that he spoke about this program, that was definitely very noticeable of how passionate he felt about it. And it makes me feel good to know that a guy like him who grew up watching USC football, like, I don't know where he's from. Do you know where he's from?
Who?
Chad Bowden?
Yeah.
I'm not sure off the top. I just know that he.
If you ask me, he's from LA. The way he spoke.
Yeah, I know. I know he lived in Cincinnati for a little bit because of his dad. But yeah, I'm not sure exactly where he's from.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bowden.
I'm trying to look up where he's from too, but
But I didn't just um,
Um,
just as a heads up, fellas out there. I didn't have not been able to watch the videos yet. I was busy at work, but based on what you guys are saying, like Lincoln Riley finally has that pressure off of managing too many things at once, right? He can now focus at being a coach,
Yeah,
being a head coach, instead of worrying about money here or recruiting there. Actually just focus on the X's and O's.
I guess his alma mater is Cincinnati. So he went to
Okay.
Cincinnati,
okay.
and I'm still trying to figure out something else from him about him. But
Yeah, I mean, from Chad's part, I thought the coolest part was that he's been living with Lincoln. I know we talked about this pre-show. Like I just assumed he was like in a hotel or just had his house already. So
yeah,
so that's pretty cool just to kind of get closer with Lincoln, just get more comfortable and whatnot. And just
he
yeah, it
talked.
seems like they're really hitting it off. So I mean that's the key part, right? Is really having Lincoln trust him and let him do his thing so he can just coach and just focus on that.
It was pretty interesting to hear because he talked a lot about Lincoln's steak and his what was it? I forgot what sauce he was talking about. He talked about a sauce for his steaks, and he brought it up more than just one time. So that was definitely interesting here. Real quick, Kristen, shout out to you, Kristen, for the $5 dono. He said, "Roll, take an in and out break, watch the press conference."
I might do that. I might just do that.
Once
the podcast is over, I'll go give me a double animal style fries and burger.
Don't talk about that right now. I wish I had an out here, but yeah. What else from Chad? He said, one real noticeable thing that he said that Notre Dame did everything they could to keep him. Everything. Like, I guess they matched everything. But when USC came calling, or if he called USC, who knows yet? We'll probably never know who's the one that called USC or not. But he just seemed really passionate because he talked about Reggie, Matt, Lendell, Dwayne Jarrett. He talked all about the greats, and he said that he grew up watching them, and he wanted to, like, it just felt right. He wanted to be here. Like, he seems really passionate. And that's what we need, and it feels like he knows what USC can be, and he wants USC to be back there. And that's what we need out of a GM. And he talked about recruiting Los Angeles, and so that's definitely something that I know Raul is really excited to hear.
Yeah, I thought it was cool that he mentioned, like he said, majored in high school, minor in porn. Like the way he said it, I thought it was pretty cool as well. So yeah, he's ready to get going. You could tell.
Yeah, he said all the right things, so I can see how he's a great recruiter. So
right.
He got me hyped up, watching his the brief part of the interview, because I haven't seen it, but like the brief like that I've seen, like it seemed like he said all the great things, and his heart was here at USC. So that's awesome to hear. Those are the type of players and coaches and front office personnel that we want. People that want to be here and want to be Trojans and leave a great legacy behind.
Yeah, and we also got to talk about some of the people that are following Chad Bowden. So we have Dre Brown, who was he was at
Illinois, but he was at Notre Dame prior.
Yeah, he was at his alma mater, and then we have Zaya Turner. She was at Notre Dame. She's doing the same position that she did at Notre Dame, right?
Pretty much, I think. It might be a different title, but yeah. And I've heard some great things. I know John Jaywalk mentioned it. Like she's done like she's done like recruiting visits. She's kind of gone on the road at some time, so she kind of understands the ins and outs, and I think it's a pretty big get.
And I think it was Fight on Rusty that tweeted something out about like the top 30 under 30
Yep.
personnel, and like USC has 3 of them, and I think Sayer is one of them included on that.
Correct. Yep.
Yeah.
And then we got the Wisconsin guy. I don't know the name off the top of
Yeah,
my head.
I'm trying to find his information here, but yeah, like these are people that Chad Bowden like trusts really wholeheartedly. Like I think Jerry Brown was like his right hand man when he was at Notre Dame before he left to Illinois. So that's definitely good that he's bringing his people over that he fully trusts. And we're still not finished. We're still getting that guy from Wisconsin, which for some reason I can't find him. But Tim's here. Tim should be able to drop it.
Yeah, put it in our private chat. I think it's Max.
Matt Steineck.
Okay. Yeah, they say general manager.
What? Pause. Like
Steinecker.
Oh.
But like it's we don't have B Jones here to hit the little pause button.
But yeah, I've heard great things. I have a couple of Wisconsin buddies, so they were definitely shocked and honestly pretty sad that he's leaving. He was pretty much, he's very similar to Chad. Great recruiter, can relate to a lot of these kids and talk to them. A young kid, I think he's 25, 26. I could be wrong. So under 30 years old, like you mentioned, Raul, with the 30 under 30 people. So another big get. Executive director of player personnel, I believe is going to be his title. So yeah, it's another big get.
How many more front office people do we need? But Tim Prangley says the last fix was the roster, and I am more than confident with these guys. You can feel the excitement in the room. Yeah, I can feel the excitement through the phone or from my computer that I was watching it on. So, and Tim goes on to say Oregon's advantage wasn't just the bag; it was a tenacious recruiter and a professional front office handling NIL. And I think we really kind of got onto the same part, if not bigger than what they are. So I'm really excited.
I would say bigger in terms of just having the personnel.
Yeah.
Yeah. NIL wise, obviously it's hard to compete versus that Nike money, but I think we're not too far back.
Yeah, but see, the thing about it is though, like Nike money is great, but we have. I feel like this pushes us up into like maybe the top 10 NIL at this point with how we're going to be able to structure it now, since we actually have someone that has the ability to manage that rather than having to rely on Lincoln or what's his name? Who's the other guy? Bro, I mean, who was the guy who was negotiating NIL?
In the past?
Yeah.
Dave Emmerich.
Dave Emmerich. There you go.
Yeah. So, he actually is transitioning to an associate AD for football administration, which essentially sounded like this should have been his role from the start, but just since we didn't have no one else, they kind of let him be the GM. Yeah,
so it's good that we're because Lincoln Riley said that he's definitely going to freeze him up to be more on the field coaching and same with when it comes to recruiting, that some of the front office people may actually be helping with the recruiting, because you can only have 10 people on the road recruiting. So we have 12 full-time coaches, and not all of them are going to be on the road recruiting. So it sounds like some like Chad's probably going to be out there. And honestly, if Chad says to jump out of an airplane, I'll jump out of an airplane and do skydiving.
It was pretty funny. He even mentioned that in his press conference. He's like, I haven't gotten confirmation yet if Lincoln wants to do it or if anyone else, but it was pretty funny. He mentioned.
I'll do it for him. I'll do it. I'll jump out of an airplane for these recruits. See, and they'll see this is what the fans are willing to do. They're willing to jump out of an airplane for you.
Absolutely.
But who else besides Chad? Who do you want to talk about next? Because I know a lot of people kind of want to talk about Rob Ryan.
Yeah, let's talk about him. I mean, I mean, that guy, that man, he was hilarious. He was everywhere. I didn't know what to expect, honestly, with him, I guess. So just him just like walking around, talking. I think he said a couple cuss words too, if I'm not mistaken. Which is just him.
Yeah. He
Um,
says he's like unapologetically himself.
yeah, exactly.
He's not nervous to talk his mind or whatever. He like if you close your eyes and you didn't see him, you probably still think it's Rex Ryan because they sound identical. Like,
Right,
they're
exactly.
not identical twins, right?
Yep, I believe so.
They
Yeah.
are.
Or maybe not. I don't know.
Well,
I thought they
I
were.
don't know, but they definitely have the same mannerism.
Yeah.
I think
Mhm.
Rob is a little bit more out there than Rex is, but
They pretty much look pretty close. Yeah, I thought the coolest quote he had was he's like they didn't want me to go alone in recruiting. You know, they thought I could break every rule. He's like, I wasn't gonna break any of them, maybe a few or something like that. It was pretty funny.
that was
Just-
hilarious.
Guy's just a character, man.
Yeah, they didn't trust him, and then that's why he went with Coach Henny. But dude definitely is real a character, and when he was talking about he compared Coach Henny to Pete Carroll. He was like, Coach Henny's just like Pete Carroll. He has the energy, he has the enthusiasm, he's just that type of recruiter and that type of person. So which that's huge praises when it comes into this into the USC community. Everyone knows how Pete Carroll was when it came to the community and how he was as a character. So that's definitely a really huge to say. And I keep forgetting that he coached Willie McGinnis at New England. So he knows great linebackers, and he's coached great linebackers too. And then he talked about Isaiah Polamau, which was crazy. I forgot. I knew he was at the Raiders, or I knew Isaiah was at the Raiders, but I didn't know he was there for a little bit. So,
Yep.
He's definitely has some. He's had a lot of paths crossed with the USC players.
Absolutely.
So, but he walked off randomly to the side. I think he was talking about his wife or something like that. He just walks off screen and still talking. You could still hear his voice just echo through it. It was crazy. Yeah, like sometimes he would even get going like tangents and forget about the question that they ask him.
Yeah, and then he talked about how he coached, right? Jaden Maeva's uncle.
Oh yeah, Kaluka Maeva.
Yeah, which
I
is I didn't know either. So
at least I'm not the only one.
yeah, it was definitely a just weird kind of tangent he was going on, but it was a cool little kind of connection with USC. So
okay, so Walter says Rob and Rex are fraternal twins. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, like I don't know how we didn't like try to like put two and two together. At least myself and you. B. Jones acted like he knew it, but I bet he didn't.
I didn't know. I didn't know myself, guys.
See, so B. Jones, I bet you didn't even know too. I know you were in the chat. Don't act like you knew that Kaluka and Jaden were related. Okay, don't even act like it.
Hey, but I have a question for you guys. Have you guys watched the program yet?
I have. I'm not the one that's being called out for it. It's guns.
No, I have not. Come
on, Guns. You got to watch that movie.
We'll find some time here soon. We'll find some time.
Yeah. So I didn't realize Kaluka was. Wait, what, bro? You're as LBC? What? What kind of English sentence was that?
Oh, that field goal. Yeah, I just need somebody to hold the ball for me.
You don't need to hold the ball, okay?
I need to buy the tee then, or whatever that the holder.
Yeah, like with this whole coaching staff, there's quite a bit of crossover, which I didn't realize. So like, a little bit more about Rob. What else what was I wanted to bring up? Yeah, like I didn't realize Kaluka was a captain when he was in the NFL. Like I knew he started for a little bit, but okay, now he's trying to put this together. But
I know people had concerns about Rob Ryan not being able to recruit, but it seems like he's gonna fit in.
he says he's a people person, and he says that that he's more than willing to go out and recruit. Like he'll adapt. He said so. I don't think he will struggle. Like he's just a character, and like he has the experience. He has the NFL experience. He's coached great linebackers and great defenses. So why not even let him into your house and just hear him out?
Peter Mota says has a comment. I agree with him.
This coaching staff is overqualified. This is the NFL staff and front office. Yeah, like
Pretty much.
I don't see anything not factual there, because like like this is a crazy staff that Lincoln Riley has put together, and like when you look at each and every one of these guys' resumes, like it speaks for itself. Like they could go into the NFL and be a position coach or defensive coordinator at one point. I wouldn't be surprised if, knock on wood, that some of them go to the NFL. I'd rather them go to the NFL than go to another college school. So go to the NFL, get more money. Don't get out of the college game once you're finished at USC. Stay away from other schools, okay? At least Big Ten schools. So, but I guess we can move on to. Do you want to do Chad Savage or do you want to do Trayvon?
Yeah, we'll do Chad Savage next. I mean, he didn't talk much, but you can tell. Yeah, you can tell he uses his connections well from what he talked about. Loves recruiting really the West Coast. Sounded like he was recruiting up in Seattle, I guess, a little bit as well in one of his past stops.
Yep.
But yeah, he's all about treating people with respect. It sounded like, and just treating people good, and that's kind of what he grew up on from his family and parents. So yeah.
So we got something from Kristen here. He says, "Guns, would you take this deal? Raul makes a field goal. USC wins a natty. If he misses, USC don't win a game."
100%, man.
Yeah, I got trust in my boy Raul. He's making that field goal, so I'll take the deal.
Kristen, tell me how much money you want to put on it, man. We'll make it happen, man. Hey, you put yourself a Lakers jersey, or no, not a Lakers jersey, a Raiders jersey. I mean, if I miss, I wear a Chargers jersey to the podcast.
Oh God! All right.
Just saying.
But yeah, thanks for appreciate the $5 donut, man.
Yeah,
absolutely. Thank you.
But yeah, so Chad, he definitely he values. He has a strong value, like where like being honest with the kid, making sure that he's building a relationship that's going to span past football or whatever. So I really liked what he was saying, and of course Scott Schrader had to bring up the fact that he's probably that a lot of California coaches really sang his praises and everything like that. So it's good to see all that kind of coming out from there. So.
And now that you guys said all this, I have a question for you, Blackie Chan, and then for those in the chat.
Oh, God.
Are you guys starting to believe that USC and Lincoln Riley is going to prioritize California for the 26th class? Guns and I've been saying it, that the class is going to be more than half California kids, but are you guys starting to believe at least?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, wow.
I'm just kidding. No, like, I hope these LA kids are just as excited as we are, because things are going to start to pick up. Like, that was a huge talk about, especially with Chad's interview, that they really were talking that we're trying to lock down Los Angeles or California, and he even said that he's going to be like, it doesn't matter 5-star, 4-star, because they were talking about he had to find some hidden gems out there since he was at Colorado State. So he doesn't care if he sees your ability. He's going to recruit you. He's going to sign you regardless. Like, sure, we're going to go for those 5 stars, 4-star players, but if you can play, you're going to get offered. So, and he doesn't care if it inner city schools or whatever, or a Trinity League, as he was saying. He's going to recruit, and that was his pretty much. That's all they really talked about was Los Angeles or California recruiting for him. So, which is good to hear. That's what everyone and their mother was talking about at the moment that Lincoln Riley got to USC, and now it's finally happening. Like, I want to see the what is it called? The percentage of Los Angeles kids go back to where they were when Pete Carroll was here. And I think this could be the highest amount of California kids since Pete Carroll.
See that.
Let's see what B Jones is like 70%. I can see it. Because Chad was saying that California has the best talent, and he's not wrong. Like, sure, people want to talk about those corn-fed boys in the South or whatever, but when it comes to overall, like they're everywhere. California has talents all across the line, wide receiver, skill positions. So let's see. Brand says, I think they prioritize the next several years moving forward. 15 plus Cali's, I'm assuming Cali school kids every year. That'd be interesting. That'd be nice.
Absolutely.
All right. Anything else you want to add about Chad Savage's interview?
Yeah, I'm good on Savage.
All right. Let's go to the one that no one's really talking about, I feel like, as much as they should. Like, if you really listen to what he was saying, he did a really good job, and I enjoyed it a lot. Trayvon Reed, or Trayvon Reed, right? Yeah. He's I didn't realize, I forgot he was a wide receiver coming out of high school. Now he's coaching, and he played in the All-American Bowl game, or the high school All-American Bowl game with Robert Woods, which is crazy because he named Robert when he was doing his interview. So, and he comes from a winning pedigree when it came to like Auburn and all that stuff. So, and he definitely made a point to bring that up.
You even talked about the game that we did a watch for when we dominated them at Auburn.
Yep.
I thought it was cool that he mentioned Pete Carroll as well. Played for him up in Seattle for a little bit, and basically talked how he was his favorite coach, favorite like person to be around. So just like, again, like these connections with USC somehow, right? Like we talked about Rob Ryan, about how he coached Willie McGinnis, and then Isaiah with the Raiders. So like, it's just fascinating how these coaches just have a connection with USC. So it's great. Very passionate guy from Louisiana. I think one of his favorite quotes was, he said he'll turn 3 stars into 5 stars, and he'll turn 5 stars into first-round picks. So I mean, that got me going a little bit. So I think underrated hire. Excited to see what he and Bell can do.
Yeah, and the fact that he said Faguzi, that he's not a Faguzi, which if you know what that means, then he's not fake. He's going to tell it like it is. So the fact that he said that, and he like his Louisiana mannerisms was fun. Like he would replace like I forgot what he was saying at one point, but you could definitely tell he was a Southern kid, and he was talking about how kids from Los Angeles just look at USC as like another school or whatever, and he's like, no, that is USC. Like the kids from the South would see USC and say, that's USC, and we need to play there. And so he definitely made USC sound like the biggest deal to these kids from the South, and he's from the same area from Thibodeau as Coach Henny is, I think. So
Yep, around there, yeah.
yeah, and he's the fact that he was talking about like he sounds like he idolizes Coach Belk, and I love that. Like he was like right before this press conference, he was in the room with Doug Belk, just learning from him, and he wants you to be a dog. Like you could have all the skill in the world, but if you're not willing to make a tackle or like come up and make the tackle, then you don't have that dog. He's like, I'm going to be a player's coach that like I might get penalties on myself because I'm going to be running down the sideline, high fiving, jumping up, and like chest bumping the players, and he's going to have to tell Link, he's like, my bad, sorry that I got these penalties, but it's going to be worth it. And he sounds like he's a guy that's going to like want his players to like be a ball hawk, which is nice.
Yeah, and kind of like going to your earlier point about him being a wide receiver, he said that like he uses that as like his cheat sheet, his advantage, because he knows the little things that wide receivers do. So like, I think that's a great kind of feature or whatnot of him. And played for Lynn's dad when he was with the Chargers. So like again, just all these connections with the staff is just pretty amazing.
Yep. Yeah, like it's definitely really cool to see how things. And I don't know what school he was talking about, but he said there was another school that was in play for being that he was being courtshiped by, but he said that they're irrelevant at this point. So I hope it was like Oregon or something like that. But it definitely would have been funny. But he definitely sounds like he's an underrated coach based off that interview. And he says like she's like, yeah, people may know me as a recruiter, but like these relationships that I'm building is going to span past football. Like these are going to be lifelong relationships that he's going to have. And he reminds me of, like, I know some people might be upset that I say this, but he sounds like Dante Williams, but a coach, a better coach.
I mean, he's one of the few coaches that had 2 DBs in the Senior Bowl. Coach Chasen Johnson, one of our one-time commit, one-day commit, if you want to say that. So that's just interesting. I'm really intrigued to see what happens with him. I doubt that'll happen, but that'd be
especially the transfer portal coming up soon.
Right. Just him just pop in again and just come follow his coach. So
you never know.
See. Yeah.
Now that we have Chad Bowden, the NIL is going to be there, and I'm sure we could outbid whatever UCF is going to offer him. So
right.
Yeah, like he says he wants dogs, so I'm really excited for that. So, and like he said he was saying that he's going to give Pete Carroll the biggest hug when he sees him again on campus, and that he's not going to bring up the Auburn USC game for a while. And he seems to think that they would have been able to beat us that following year that they went undefeated. But nah,
I don't know.
He would not. Yeah, we were just talking about that, Walter. Will Chasen Johnson go?
That'd be interesting.
We'll see. We had him at one point, and then UCF somehow brought him back, and I'm assuming that was all Coach Reed doing that.
I would imagine, yeah.
Is that the cornerback?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he was with USC for about a week. Was it a week?
I think it was like a day. I felt like, I don't know,
like 48 hours or something like that. Then he was gone.
Yeah. Then went to SMU, and then
back to SMU, or no, he went to UCF because he committed to UCF, and then he committed to us, and then back to UCF, right?
He went to us, SMU, then UCF.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you never know. We'll see about that. But what else can we bring up from that? Zach Hansen is now the offensive coordinator now. So,
Luke Cord.
or
No,
sorry,
Luke
Luke,
Ford.
yeah, Luke.
Yeah, Luke
Luke
Cord. Yeah, Luke
He's
Cord.
offensive
Yeah.
coordinator now, which things don't change. He's going to be part of the game planning of it. So that's something. But Lincoln Riley says that he trusts him fully and that he's very loyal to USC.
Yeah, it even sounded like a few programs were trying to nab him.
Yeah.
When he mentioned the loyalty thing. So
that's good that he's loyal to us and he's buying into the what is called the vision that Lincoln Riley has for this team. So it's definitely good to see that he's buying into it. So yeah, who else? What else was notable?
I know this wasn't really in the press conference. I don't believe it was mentioned, but Coach BAW, our assistant linebackers coach, he is leaving. He's going to Georgia, so we have an opening now. So it'd be fascinated to see. Yeah, exactly. Sua Cravens. I know he tweeted back at B Jones's tweet
Twitter,
on our Like to Torch podcast account. So
he retweeted.
I mean, we'll see. I think no matter who it is, we're gonna hit out of the park.
Yeah.
And I do think we'll fill it. I mean, I imagine they would want someone to work with Rob. So.
And did I hear right that he retweeted the tweet?
Yep, that's what Guns just said. Yeah, he retweeted it from what B Jones put in there. Let me see if I can find what he said here.
Yeah, that would be nice if we can get Sua. I mean, because he's from.
I think he said, "Don't tempt me with a good time" or something like that.
So, I mean, I feel like he's a perfect candidate for that spot. He can, he just recruiting wise, and he can learn from Rob Ryan, right, and potentially take over after Ryan, decides to call it a quits, maybe. But he's from Southern California. Grew up being a USC fan. He committed, never wavered. Like coaching staff and USC, if you guys are watching this, man, Sua's your guy. Stop looking for somebody else.
Yeah. I hope somehow. Oh yeah, fight on. I know Kaluk's. That was an interesting story. I don't know if Raul doesn't know this story, but so Rob Ryan was talking about how he went to Hawaii. He went to I forgot what island he went to, but him and his wife went out there, and he was told, Maui. He was told to say that he knows Kaluk if he goes out there because he's big down there or in Hawaii, and so he goes out there without a rental car reservation, and so they're all out of cars, and then he's like, well, I know Kaluk, and they're like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, you know Kaluk. He had a car, he had a van. And he's like, I swear to God, right? Scout's honor or something like that. I was like, oh my God, this guy is crazy. But honestly, I could just listen to him the whole time. He just rambled, and it was basically kind of like what's his name? The head coach from Washington State who passed away. Why am I blanking on so many names right now?
Mike Leach, yeah.
Mike Leach.
That's all the time, Blackie Chan. What do you mean? That's all the time.
Oh yeah, Rob Ryan said he's really excited about. He's really excited about Ramsey, Eric Gentry. He says he compared Gentry to the Honey Badger. So it's you just put him anywhere on the field and he'll make a play. And then he hyped up Desmond Stevens. He's like that man. He's a hitter, and he said something that he's like, oh, I don't know if you could really say this.
Finally, yeah.
He likes people that are violent. So, which he kind of brings the old school mentality, which I'm excited for. He's the kind of an old school kind of coach. So
Absolutely.
It's definitely gonna be fun. So, but the fact, Kaluk's that shit was hilarious.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but Sua, I'll make it happen.
No, Lincoln, you need to make that happen.
Yeah, I know, but He still got to
Damn.
accept the offer. So
Yeah.
hopefully it's hopefully it comes and it convinces him to make that jump, because he did say a few months back, I think he said he wanted to get into coaching. So
Yeah.
it'd be pretty
B
cool.
Jones. B Jones loves his Anthony Beavers.
Yeah, Beavers, man.
I'm waiting for him to say something like for saying it like that.
Yeah, I really hope he finds a spot. Always been a fan of Beavers as well. So
It would have been interesting if Rajon would have stayed just a little bit longer, just to see about the coach staff. Because I'm sure Rob Ryan would have been really happy to have a guy like Rajon. But I wish Rajon all the best. He's a good kid. So
yeah, we saw that it was snowing in Oregon, so I'm sure he's loving that right now.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, I just saw a video he posted earlier today. He's
That's funny.
showing the weather. Yeah, looked very cold.
Okay. B Jones said I could bring it up, so I'll just bring it up here. So yeah, like, okay, here you go, Raul. Here's some of Rob Ryan's interview here, if you're still at your desk or your table right here. But this is for the people who haven't seen Rob Ryan.
Before we finish this year, this guy is special.
This is
He's
him talking
special.
about Eric
He
Danton.
knows how to get it done. He's a great communicator, great teacher.
Oh, Danton. He's talking
He's
about
fun
Danton.
to be around. He makes everybody better, including the coaches. And we'll see. I'm looking forward for the what do you call it?
You guys can
Spring
hear it,
ball
right?
or whatever. I can't wait.
Yeah.
We're gonna go against the best. Oh, good. Bring it on. Let's see. I can't wait to see that little JUCO kid from Hutch. Bam! We're going to get after this. But anyway, it'll be great. We're excited. And I saw the Mayava guy. I coached his uncle. I hated that kid when I first saw him. A USC kid, a little captain. Remember, he could walk under this table right here. Little guy. We drafted this little one. Like, oh, man. This guy, I was all over this kid during the OTAs. Like, man, this guy, man, you got to run cover guy. Anyway, so then I'm like, hey, guys, Sweet Live is going on vacation with the family, going out to Hawaii, going to Maui. I've never been to Maui. I run things in Oahu, but I'm going to go to Maui. He's like, hey, Rob, you get in any kind of trouble now, you just tell him you know Kalooks. I'm like, man, I'm going to tell him I know Kalooks. Walk out there, do the usual. Got me and the wife there. Oh, we're going to have a romantic evening. Go out there, no rent-a-car. What do you mean? You never called for the rent-a-car? I told you she's Greek. I'm like, yeah, they must have lost it. So, of course, I forgot to call. Now they're out of cars. I'm in Maui. I got no car. So what do? I know Kalooks. I got a car. Oh, you know Kalooks? Swear to God, hand to God, true story. I got a van. I'm like, yeah, Kalooks, my man. Anyway, I ended up loving the kid. He was, oh man, is he mean as a rattlesnake? And there was a reason why that kid was captain with all those first round draft choices. I love that guy. Ended up, looks can be deceiving.
Dude is crazy, and I love it.
Yeah, that was great. That was great to watch again.
Yeah, Kalooks. Oh my God.
If I ever go to Maui, I'm gonna say that. I'm like, hey, I know Kalooks.
I mean,
see if it helps me. We'll see.
You know Kalooks, fine. You got it.
Right.
Yeah, like what B Jones. See, B Jones is here in spirit and in chat. Yeah, y'all think this dude won't be able to recruit? I mean, dude is crazy, and I love it. So
absolutely.
All right, what else do we have to talk about?
So we can mention the interim president before recruiting.
President. Do you know how to say it?
I was actually going to ask you.
Okay, let's see if I can say it here. All right, so we have a new interim president, USC president,
Yes.
since Carol Folt has stepped down. Byung So Kim.
I think you got it, dude. I think you got it.
We'll see, but
Uh,
yeah. So his father went to USC as well. So and they grew up watching USC football. He grew up in Woodland Hills. So hopefully he's all about USC football, or we'll see if he becomes the new president. I'm not sure if that's his aspirations or not, but we'll definitely see. So
yeah, it sounded great. I mean, like you mentioned, like local guy, grew up watching USC. Sounded like he was involved in the NIL and just athletic stuff and whatnot. So I really hope athletics is one of his top things. I think that's probably one of the downsides of Carol Folt. She was very academic, focused and whatnot. So yes, and I was actually going to mention that. So yeah. Hopefully he gets the full gig. If not, I do trust the board of trustees and what they'll do. But
focus on football.
Yeah, I have a feeling they want somebody that athletic and academics, right? You don't want to just forget about academics. So yeah, we'll see what happens.
A mixture of both.
Exactly.
Yeah. There's more to USC than just football. Of course, we're one of the best academic schools in the nation, in the world. So, hopefully that plays a part into it. That yeah. So, what else do we got going on here? Anyone in the chat have any questions? Or we could talk about recruiting. Let me go ahead. We gotta bring that up here. So little graphic here. We gotta get music put on for this here. So yeah, recruiting with Guns here. So Guns has some recruiting updates for us. Go ahead, Guns.
Yeah, just a few things. So heard great things with Caden Dixon Wyatt. He finally got his offer, and he actually got it from Lincoln Riley. So that's a big get, and hopefully we can close the gap. I know our Raul's working hard on this one for us, so excited to see excited to see what happens with him
moving forward.
Exactly. So great kid, obviously modern day, 6'3", 6'4", I believe.
6'3".
So yes, great size. So excited to see what happens with his recruitment in the future. We got a top 12 from Brandon Arrington, San Diego kid, DB athlete. I guess you could say he's like could be he could pretty much anywhere. Sounds like we're one of the top 4 teams out of that 12. Bama did make some headway this past visit that he went on this junior day, but I'm excited to see what we can do with him again. I know we're pushing hard with him. I know a lot of our committee kids, Brandon Lockhart is looking to get him. I know Benjamin as well, Devon Benjamin, I believe is the full name. Another DB out in California. We're looking to get him. It sounds like whoever commits first is going to be the guy. That's my assumption. Don't really have real information on that, but it would be great to get both. Obviously,
I think they'll make room.
No,
I was going to say they'll make room for Arrington regardless.
Yeah, absolutely. And then lastly, the big update is Utah offensive lineman Isan Tafa. Hopefully I'm saying that name right. He was recently a Washington commit with the movement of Brendan Carroll going to the Raiders. He has decommitted, and article was put out, and it sounds like USC's right in the mix. I know we offered him last week, and so excited to see that we can get an official visit with him and get him. He's an interior offensive lineman, yeah, I think this would be a huge get. And I think kind of going back with the Chad Bowden front office and whatnot. I mean, I think that's probably the one position I'm most excited about with Chad and his team, is what they can do with the offensive lineman. I mean, I know we're not huge fans of Notre Dame, but I mean that's one of the big things that they're always good at is getting these offensive linemen right. And I mean, obviously we were able to flip one of them a couple years back, Elijah Page, and we have him. So just hopefully we can get more kids like that, blue chip kid guys, and yeah, just excited to see where we're at. I know Brent had a question. Honestly, I'm really only hearing Brandon Arrington. I'm still kind of early on the 26 kids, so I definitely need to dig in more on the offers and whatnot. But like Chad said, Cali's going to be important. So if there's any other kids down there that we've offered, Simonte, and I'm probably said that kid's name wrong.
Yeah, you got it right.
Yeah, he's from down there in San Diego as well. So I'd say those are probably the two biggest kids right now from the San Diego area. And then we're definitely in the mix. So that's a great thing as of right now. And we still have a pretty long way to go, but pretty confident right now with those two.
So I got one thing that I gotta talk about here. I feel bad that we didn't bring it up, but we have a legacy player that we also got as well. Cam Sermon. Cam Sermon signed today.
Yeah.
He's a 3-star athlete. He's the brother of RJ Sermon, the 5-star DB out of Rancho Cucamonga. So shout outs to him. I just saw his tweet about it. So definitely we can't forget about this guy because he's definitely he's part of a really strong lineage. So he's an athlete. So he had in 11 games, he had 37 receptions for 795 yards, 1,200 purpose yards, 7 touchdowns. He was averaging 21.7 yards per catch. So this dude, he can play. So don't be surprised if you hear something from him. So
yeah, I really hope. I believe he's a preferred walk-on right now, but I really hope he gets that scholarship in the future. That'd be great to really see a video or whatnot. Any word on Madden from Brent? I haven't heard much. Maybe our guy Raul might know something. I don't know. I know he probably doesn't want to just blatantly ask that, but that'd be great. That'd be great to see if he gets homesick or whatnot. Yeah, exactly. It's a possibility. You never know.
I'm sure.
I know.
I'm sure Chad is a man of God as well. So hey,
exactly.
I mean, and
AGTG.
Yeah, I mean, it's always a possibility. So we'll see what happens.
Yes, another one. Thank you for that one. I can't believe I forget that. Actually, yeah. Vlad D. I'm not even gonna say the last name. Sorry for that.
Give it a shot. Give it a shot,
big
man.
Big Vlad D. over there, 6'7", 290.
What? What? Oh. Oh.
Hey, you gotta do it. You gotta keep going. But yeah. Hey, supposedly he's a package deal with Rider Lions. That's from Rider Lions himself. So excited to see if we can close on that. He loved his visit on the junior day, and yeah. So come on over, Vlad D. Come on over.
Oh, real quick, shout outs to USC's women's basketball closing it out 86-64 against Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're back on the winning side here after a pretty poor performance against Iowa, but it was kind of the stars aligned for them. But yeah,
they definitely showed up the second half. Yeah, that first half was a little sketchy in my opinion. But
yeah. Oh yeah. Anything else from the recruiting end?
I mean, I know we've heard great things with the linebacker out of Orange Lutheran. I believe is the
Philly?
school.
Philly?
Yeah. Hear great things. Sounds like it's gonna be us in Oregon when it comes down to the finish line. Loved his visit. Pretty much everyone loved their visit um, from Arizona, from kids to Colorado. I know Xavier Griffin was there from Georgia. We had Jonas Williams, currently an Oregon commit, quarterback out of Illinois.
Yeah.
He loved his visit. Sounds like we're trying to flip him. So there's definitely a possibility where we can get 2 quarterbacks this class.
Yeah.
A lot of the schools out there view Ryder Lyons as a 27 kid because of his mission. So that's definitely a possibility. And I mean, I think we still need to continue to grow that room, the quarterback room in particular. So, probably Jaden's gone after this year, so it's probably just going to be, Longstreet and probably Sam. I believe Sam's got probably 2 years left, I'd imagine. So, I mean, it's still a thin room in a way. So getting a guy like Jonas, which in a way kind of reminded me of Caleb. Some of his film, man, he definitely is a runner, can run, can throw the ball as well. So, I hate to say it, but you got to give some kudos to Oregon for snagging him. But hey, still a long way to go, and we can definitely flip them. So excited to see what happens there.
Yeah, because they're too busy trying to go after a 5-star. And
Jared Curtis from Tennessee, so it's like across the country. It's
I'm gonna laugh when they lose out on Curtis and Jonas. So.
Yeah. Hey, at least they got a Keely Smith though, legacy kid, right? No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, and what was the other wide receiver, or not wide receiver, quarterback they got from Little Brother? Yeah, what is going on in our chat right now?
Oh wow, Tim wears.
Wow.
Hey, yes, that is definitely my worry. Is BYU, man? They definitely have a Phil Knight over there. I believe the guy's name's Ryan Smith. He's a Utah Jazz owner, Utah Hawks owner. So he's got money. He's helped with the basketball program and getting a top kid there for their recruiting class. So yeah, exactly. I agree. Keep recruiting Jonas because you never know with BYU. So
Lions will be a Trojan.
Lions has connections there. So
he'll be a Trojan.
Yeah, but he has his brother here.
Yeah, my fear, and I mentioned this to the guys, is that Lions goes to BYU. Walker enters the portal and joins his brother. So I hope that's not the case, but we'll see. So
y'all in the chat need to chill.
Shout out Tim. Shout out Gabe.
Yes, and Tim. Everyone in the chat, definitely.
All right, what else do we gotta talk about while our chat's going crazy over here? I got nothing else I need to bring up.
I was gonna say just good luck to the 2 Trojans this upcoming Sunday.
Three-peat. Oh yeah, Kansas City had to get the rights to be able to say three-peat too.
Yeah, I think it'll be the first three-peat
in the Super Bowl era.
In sports. I guess in the major 4 sports since Lakers dynasty.
Yeah, the Lakers beat Jones, not the Clippers.
And talking about the Lakers and Clippers, what happened? Who won that game, Brandon, last night? I'm asking for a friend. Can't remember.
Oh wow!
And are you trying to hurt me or something?
Hey, that's a great hustle, dude. If you do, man. Hey, Caleb did, right? So why not?
Right? Hey, if Caleb can do it, I can do it. I don't do my nails. Not right now. I'll do it. I ain't afraid to do it. Okay, Gabe. Let's talk about your Browns over here. Okay, you want to talk about how your star defensive player wants to leave. Yeah,
He's
let's
hurting.
talk about that.
He's going to the Raiders. Calling it now.
Yeah,
That'd be crazy. Him and Max.
he said. Kristen said Lakers did not three-peat.
Correct.
We
They-
lost.
Correct.
Pistons.
They did
Oh.
not, yeah.
What do you mean? We three-peat.
Oh, the Bulls three-peat.
No, the Lakers did. What are you talking about, Kristen? We
Actually, yeah.
three-peat.
Then they tried to go for a 4-peat and lost.
Yeah,
to the
that would have been
Pistons, right?
4. Yeah, we
Yeah,
three-peat.
wasn't the Pistons
I know
the
my Lakers,
4-peat?
Kristen. I know my Lakers,
Yeah.
man. Lakers three-peat.
I know the Lakers had a chance to do it back when Pat Riley was the coach as well, and I know they didn't hit the 3-peat. The only
but
reason I know that's because he's been making deals with the NFL and the Chiefs for that slogan. But I would say they did.
What are you
3-peat.
gonna
They-
do, Gabe?
Yeah, I know they for a fact three-peat.
Gabe, what are you gonna do? Huh? What are you gonna do? You can't hurt me.
Hey, I just gotta say, Gabe, I'm happy he's gonna be gone. All right, I don't need to see no flying helmets going at
you
my
know who
quarterbacks or whatnot anymore. All right, so,
You know who didn't get a bat? People aren't talking about it enough yet.
What?
But Justin Turner, or what's the kicker's
Justin
name?
Tucker?
Tucker.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what Anthony James said. Deshaun and Justin Tucker.
Oh,
know
yeah,
this
they-
is not
yeah.
fun.
dude, that Justin Tucker stuff's wild. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'm just staying on the stream until Gabe says something about me. He said I made a big mistake, so I'm waiting for this mistake that I made. Wait.
Right.
BC gave us what? You need to work on your typing there, B Jones. I did not block any comments actually. I don't. That could be YouTube censorship over here, but that's not me.
Interesting.
I don't have the stream up. What do you? I'm sick. Leave me alone. Okay, whatever, my guy. Oh yeah, oh yeah. The big news, breaking news. Clay Helton got an extension.
All right, good for him, man.
We'll see how they feel about that after we destroy them. So.
Anybody want to guess what his record is at Georgia Southern? Even though some of us already know.
I know the record.
Wait, you flashed it, but it never made the chat. What comment are you talking about? See, thank you, Anthony James.
Yeah, I mean that's basically why he got the extension. He's a nice guy, but I mean 20 and 19 ain't great in my opinion. So
never mind. I
Hey,
thought Anthony James
calling
called
Black
me-
and a nice guy.
I thought he was calling me a nice guy.
oh
Whatever.
Nah, it's a faith family football, man. That's his thing.
Family and football. Well, there goes my happiness. I thought I was getting a compliment. So. But let's see. What put in the chat again, Tim, what you said, and I won't censor you unless it's saying something real bad, but I did not block anything. So all right, we're over the hour limit here. So anything else you guys want to bring up before we head out here? Do you guys want to give you guys his I don't know if we're going to go live on Sunday or anything like that. If you guys want to drop your Super Bowl predictions.
I haven't put much thought into it, but I'm gonna just say that the Chiefs somehow pull it off, even though I'm rooting for the Eagles, but I'm sure.
Yeah, rooting for the Eagles here as well. So excited to see what they can do against Saquon. You know, so far no one's really stopped Saquon. He's been balling in the playoffs, so
Yes.
we'll see. We'll see.
Didn't he just pass Terrell Davis's record in the playoffs, or is it going to be this next game? I think it's this next game that if he gets over like 30, he needs to get over 32 yards to be able to beat Terrell Davis's overall regular season and postseason total yards. So I'm sure he'll do that in like one play. First play of the game, first handoff,
Right.
60-yard
Gotta have-
touchdown.
It's gotta have an asterisk though, man.
What do you mean an asterisk?
No hate on Saquon, but he did play like one more game or two, right?
That is true. He did play
True.
a few extra
True.
games. then,
That's a good
so.
point. Yeah, yeah.
Hey, but still, like who would you have on your team? Terrell Davis or Saquon?
I mean, you can't compare different
Errors, yeah.
different eras.
True, but Terrell
I'm
Davis.
taking Saquon though. I mean,
Terrell
like that guy was nasty in college, dude. I mean,
Well, Terrell
Yeah.
was too. He was at Georgia, right?
true, but just like I don't know, maybe because we faced him in that Rose Bowl. I mean, he was unstoppable, and then like seeing him this year do that
Backwards.
leap, backwards leap that he did, I thought that was just
Insane.
stupid. So
I'm going for the three-peat. I want the Chiefs to win, but I really hope that there's no like if it's an
Right.
actual penalty, then call it. But if
I
it's
agree.
some of these fraudulent penalties, please just let it happen. And within the last like 5 minutes of the game in the fourth quarter, just let it play out. Unless it's egregious, just let it play out.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then, like I said, I'll be rooting for the Eagles. But if the Chiefs do win, I guess the positive is that two Trojans get Super Bowl rings. So
And Oregon doesn't.
Absolutely. Yep.
yeah,
USC has the most Super Bowl winning players in the NFL in NFL history. So
yeah. But
Yep.
hopefully Juju can get a touchdown.
all right, fellas, fight on.
All right, guys, fight on.
You want to end?